Hey guys, this is Nathan Mann, your host of Beards and Bows Outdoors. Today I am putting a fish finder on my boat, and I had purchased this. It's called a stern saver. This is a glue-on transom mount. If you don't want to put any holes in a boat, this comes with the mount and the epoxy. Supposed to be guaranteed pretty much not to come off. So I'm going to show you how to do this as well. Stern saver. I picked this up used for a screaming deal. These things are still $350. I got it for $125. In great shape. There isn't a scratch on the screen. Everything's there. It even came with a swivel ram mount. I'm going to show you how to install this on a John boat. This is the Lowrance Hook Reveal 5 split shot. Here's the unit that I just put on there as a mock-up, and this is the new unit. This is the swivel ram mount. It swivels down there, swivels there, and then you have a swivel on here. This doesn't have any wires in it. It was just a mock-up. I'm gonna get this off of here, and I'm gonna show you how to install this. What you wanna do is either pick a spot, or if you have an existing spot and you wanna stay in that spot, you'll go ahead and remove that. This is just screwed in with 2 screws. Like I said, it's just a mock-up. All right. Now that's just temporarily set with a screw in the same hole that the other one came out. That looks a lot better. The screen on that is almost as big as this entire unit. Still a good unit. I'm just gonna throw that on the barrel boat there. I'll get this thing in position, and then I have to open all this back up to run the lines. It doesn't take a long time at all. The transducer's gonna mount right here. I built this boat, so all I'm doing is taking some key screws out, and I can move these panels. That way I can tuck my wires and hide them. It's gonna run up and over. Got a rain underneath there. It's running through there underneath that seat. Basically, I took the bolts out of here, 8 screws, and this whole piece can go up so I can tuck my wires. I ran this cable all the way over. Here's my end. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and have it go through there. I'll run it up underneath these panels all the way to the front. If your boat's open, you don't even have to worry about that. You just need to tuck it along the bottom, along the side here. So I'll get these over here, and then I'll let this down, and I might end up just putting a little cord jacket or something on it. Need to prep this wire for power. I want to take heat shrink wrap, razor knife, cut a few pieces, slide them over the ends for when we connect these. You want to splice those together. Okay, I've just tied those together. I just inserted both ends together and then twisted them. Take some solder, little baby torch here, and there it is. So let that cool down a little bit. It's still cold outside. I'm actually in my Crocs with ice cleats on the bottom. What I'll do is I'll slide that over, and then I'll take the torch and let that shrink wrap down, and then I'll do the other side the same way, and then I'll slide this longer one over the whole deal. So what I've done is taken some heat shrink wrap every 1.5 feet, shrunk it down, got this all connected. Now this just needs to be fished to the back of the boat, to this power panel, to the switch control. So this wire right here needs to be fished down with the rest of the wires, down through there, through this compartment, down underneath this seat, the old seat here, and then ran underneath this floor. And I'm gonna do it just how I did the transducer wire. So I'm just gonna fish it on back. Here we have our panel. I'll leave links to this down below in the description. Pretty cheap, it's a pretty slick panel. It's got different things you could put on there for labeling. And well, this one is the depth sounder. This is the fuse for it. I'm gonna pull this off so I can solder that to this red wire. I rerouted it through there instead of behind there. And then I'm gonna trim this down. Rapala pliers, they end up cutting right through that. Good to have on the boat. This is just one of those cable deals, and this one didn't quite fit, so I put some heat shrink on there, wrapped it around there, and it does awesome. See, that's great. The idea came from my buddy Midwest Dink Fest. He's got a setup like this, and it's so nice. When we went fishing, you could check him out. I got this going. I got that connected. Now I just got to tap into the ground wire that goes to this rear battery. Before I go tucking this completely in and getting the screws back in, we're of course going to check to see if we have power. Depth sounder, power lights on. We're at 12.6 volts. And there you have it. We have the power ran. Everything's looking good. There's all the pages. This one doesn't have the side scan. You can customize all this. You got waypoints, routes. Pretty cool. I can't wait to get into this. All right, let's get this button back up. We'll move on to the transducer. I didn't want to put any more holes in the boat and the transom, especially underneath the water. So I'm going with the stern saver. This is supposed to be the bee's knees when it comes to mounting that. This is what it comes with out of the box. There's your mounting pad, and mine's a mini because mine's not a big giant transducer. This is your epoxy. This lines up with that. After you prep your surface, it comes with a pair of gloves, the instructions. Comes with some sandpaper, a template, some alcohol pads. Line it up, tape it off, reline everything, retape things if you have to. You only have to tape one side of the template. Leave template loose so you can flip it up. Take the sandpaper, remove your template, and start scuffing the paint off. Mine, I went through a lot of steps to paint this boat, so I had to step it up a little bit tougher. Use alcohol wipes, swiping one way to clean that surface back off. Put your template back on, peel the sticker off, and line that little peg up with the hole. Firmly press it on. Remove the template and prepare your mounting block. Let the epoxy soak in warm water for about 5 minutes. It comes out a lot easier that way. Use the alcohol swabs to wipe off any excess. Tape it on, make sure it stays in place, make sure no other epoxy is leaking, and let it sit. It says for 12 hours. I just let mine go overnight. The next day I just peel the tape off. I put a flat edge flush with the bottom of the boat, and I make sure half of that transducer will sit below that line. Then I'll add my screws. Then I'll put the flat edge back, readjust it, and tighten it down. I'll have some clamps to hold that flush with the transom.